Hello and welcome to Purposeful Parenting. I am Emma and I help busy parents create a life that they love. If you want to create a secure and loving bond with your child where they feel like they are seen and they are heard, then you'll find today's topic about 3 things that make children feel secure very helpful. Tip number 1, get fluent in speaking all 5 love languages to yourself. Until we learn to love ourselves and fully embody what love looks like, we cannot give it and we cannot show those around us how we want to be loved. So you can only give what you know. Do the necessary work first on yourself to become genuinely in love with you. Have you been around someone who is so loving to themselves? It's such a freeing place in comparison to someone who is perhaps not even on a journey of loving themselves. They're still very much living in self-hate. It's a lot of work. And it's the same for children. From very early on, some children spend their childhood taking on the emotional weight of some of their parents or primary caregivers because they haven't gotten to that place where they genuinely love themselves. So let's recap. What are the 5 love languages? There's gifts, there's affirmation, physical touch, quality time, and acts of service. When was the last time you slowly massaged some body oil or lotion into your skin after a nice bath or a shower? Or went for a massage? Yes, I understand the rush of parenting, but it doesn't have to be that way all the time. I know it is busy. How do you speak to yourself? How do you speak to yourself audibly and also within? Do you let self-critical, negative thoughts just run wild? Or do you tame them when you notice that, oh, actually, this is not consistent with how I want to see myself? Do you tame and correct those voices, or do you just blurt them out? When was the last time you took time for yourself to do something that you really enjoyed? And you didn't really have to think of, oh, would the kids enjoy this? Or would this other person enjoy this? Or my spouse enjoy it? When did you last take out time for you? We model a loving relationship first by how we relate to ourselves. Number 2 is to know the difference between your triggers and discipline. Imagine you're telling your child it's bedtime and they should stop jumping on the sofa, and it feels like you have told them for the 10th time. You started calmly telling them it's time to go to bed, stop jumping on the sofa. But it seems as though you are somewhere on Mars and you're trying to communicate to them on Earth by just audibly telling them, and they can't hear it when they are just 5 steps away from you. The true form of discipline focuses on teaching and takes the attention off surface level behavior whilst ensuring everybody around you feels safe, including yourself, including the child who boundary needs to be drawn around. When we are trying to draw boundaries, first we eliminate, is it hunger? Is it tiredness? You know, their basic needs. Are they comfortable? Is it too cold? Are they too hot? And after eliminating the basic needs, if it's none of these, then let's get deeper, get into to know what could be causing this behavior. Is it that they actually just need to learn a bit more self-control? And being scolded doesn't teach self-control. It can take months and years of patiently teaching the same lesson in different formats, perhaps through storytelling or modeling, and they get to watch you be disciplined and have self-control in certain areas of your life, or having some heart-to-heart moments where you share the importance of this value in a pleasant and engaging way that actually makes room and makes them want to listen. It's also coming to terms with their developmental stage. Expecting a 3-year-old to have self-control may not be realistic. You know, when you are able to notice the difference between your triggers and discipline, you'll be able to show up in a way that you aren't reactive, but you're in control and you are showing up as a teacher. Let's move on to number 3. Pay attention to high praise moments. When do you freely dish out those squeals of excitement and love and just being so proud? Is it when your child does something that you believe warrants a praise, like they do something amazing, or when they get their hair freshly done and they're looking their best, they've got their Sunday best on, they've got their uniform, oh wow, you look so smart, you look gorgeous? Is it then? Because we are created to love and be loved. Such moments drive such a deep message into our entire being. So I want you to pay a little bit of attention to those. Or do you just dish out praise just because you want your children to feel confident? You just dish it anyhow. These moments where we praise, it's just locked into our children's psyche. It's important that children feel loved and valued for who they are, and not because of what they achieve or what they look like. This forms a strong holding pattern to later on break if it needs to be broken. And sometimes it causes them to lose sight of being okay to be confident, knowing that even whilst I'm working on becoming better, I am confident in who I am today. Isn't that the goal? To keep improving, but love and stand confidently in our skin each day? I believe it is. 99% of our work and our children's play or work is process. So to praise only the end results loses sight of the effort and process it has taken to get there. If this is done long enough, attention shifts from process to end result. And this can be truly dissatisfying because the end result is never long enough. It's so quick, it's so fleeting, and it wouldn't feel satisfied. Children wouldn't grow up to feel satisfied and fulfilled if their constant focus is just on the end result. So I'm leaning into Dr. Carol Dweck's work here on, if you are going to praise effort, praise process. And I'm adding my own 2 cents. Be excited to see them. Be excited to see them in the morning. Just as excited as when you're praising the process and praising the effort. Be as excited when you're in their company. And from time to time, just let them know that I love being in your company. I enjoy having conversations with you. I enjoy hearing your thoughts, hearing your insights, hearing about your day, and just being with you. I enjoy you because they get to see through how we see them. And having such a lens to know that mom or dad is so excited to be in my company. She's so excited to be with me. She's so excited to hear my thoughts. She's so excited to have conversations with me. And just because of who I am and who I am growing up to be, that is a powerful, powerful message for them to recognize that they are great, they are valuable just as they are. And they can keep working to become better, but who they are today is valued. If you have found value, the word of today is probably value. If you had found value in this video and these 3 tips that I have shared, please, please, please share this video with somebody else. Thank you so much for joining me today. I shall see you next week.